So now it's so great, why don't we just do that? And we do. We do use DLE, but we do it with a different feedstock, and this is what we're going to talk about. We do many of the same things. The slide looks very similar to what we just saw for DLE. But what we do is we take a different feedstock. We take oil and gas wastewater. So it also means that we are not drilling to get water. We take a feedstock that's already on the ground. We co-locate with midstream operators. So it means they already have the pipe system to pump in the water. We just take it. This saves us a lot of years. It saves us a lot of money. Because what you would typically do when you want to do a DLE setup, you would go out, you would look for lithium-rich water. You spend some years doing that. You then find it. You acquire the land. You start filing for drilling permits. Maybe that takes 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. And then maybe you can get into production. Again, the average time to bring the lithium operations online is 18 years. By bypassing all of that, we can do new lithium operations in just 18 months. We got our permits for the factories we're planning now in just 6 weeks. Because there's no drilling permits, there's no lengthy time to do that. We can do it very, very quickly. But other than that, we do the exact same things. We take the oil and gas wastewater, we do direct lithium extraction. In fact, we use many of the same technologies. And then we refine it, and then it's ready to go out to the customers. A factory looks like this. This is actually the drawing from our first factory in North Dakota. Produced water comes in. We put it to the pre-treatment separation concentration, which is kind of the secret sauce of what we do. Goes into direct lithium extraction. We do lithium concentration, and then finally refining and calcination, and we got the finished product, which is stored right here. So again, we do everything in one facility. So it also means that we minimize ground transportation. It's good for cost, it's good for the environment. If we then look to how are we different? Well, this is the same slide we saw before, but where we are different is that we only use 20 million gallons of water versus 80 for normal DLE. We're the same footprint. We're carbon neutral because we offset our feedstock against what we do. But the really big difference here is that we can set up a new 1,000 metric ton facility for $18 million. Normal DLE is about $45 million. Solar evaporation, about 50 million. Hard rock mining, about $60 million. So we are significantly cheaper. And it also means less invested capital. It allows us to do more projects. That's super important. But what is also important is we can do it in 18 months, not 18 years. And then finally, we actually also lower cost. We got this idea in 2012 when we did a pilot project with a big oil manufacturer. We discovered there was a lot of lithium in the water. We looked into it back then. There was no way for us to do it economically, so we left it. And before I invested all of my money into this, I wanted to make sure that we had a production method that was quicker, that was more sustainable, but also lower cost. Because what I learned over the years is you can be more sustainable than the rest, but if it's higher cost, nobody wants to pay for it. So I think it's important that we kind of cover all of that.